Well guys, I got myself into a new hobby. This box and these packages. I know, I need another new hobby. But this one can potentially make me some money. I hit him perfect. I hit him absolutely perfect.
Running, gunning, and I think that's the only way we can do that.
Big old Maine smallmouth there. Caught it on a drop shot, about 28 foot of water.
The first 15 minutes. So I have been interested in taxidermy for a very long time, most of my life. I think it's an art form, taking a deer that somebody harvested, bringing it back to life so that when they look at it on the wall, it looks like it did the day that they shot it. I think it's artwork. It's something that since I was a little kid I've been fascinated with. Probably 5 years ago I actually did some bear mounts, and my boss actually has been helping me out a ton with this. He used to do taxidermy. Kind of showed me the ropes. The first one he pretty much did and I kind of just watched what he was doing, and then the second two I did the majority of it myself. So I can't thank him enough for showing me how to do it. I still have a ton to learn. I haven't done a deer or anything like that. I am currently unlicensed, so I can't actually charge any money. So my next step with this is going to be get to the point where I'm confident enough to go get my license, and then make a little bit of money on the side. A lot of the stuff that you can get, I ordered most of my stuff from Mackenzie Taxidermy Supply, but a lot of the tools and stuff kind of are the same throughout like the art world, whether it's clay or whatever. So a lot of the stuff is a little bit cheaper on Amazon, so I bought it there. This package I actually already opened because I ordered it on a Friday and it came the very next day. So I wasn't actually expecting it to be what it was, so I already kind of sneak peeked at this a little bit. First purchase was kind of weird to buy. Syringes. Felt like I shouldn't be actually buying these. So what you're going to use a syringe for, what I'm going to use a syringe for, is for applying Mod Podge. There's some glands on a whitetail's eye, and then the bumps on the nose. You want to add Mod Podge to those to kind of bring them a little more 3D. You don't want to add too much, but I saw a guy use these on YouTube making a mount, and it made it look way simpler. A lot of this stuff was accumulated from family. My wife gave me money for Christmas towards it. My mother-in-law gave me money towards it. My father-in-law and step-mother-in-law gave me a airbrush to use. So for that I actually needed an adapter. I needed an adapter basically to go from the air hose to my big hose on my air compressor. Then I got this plastic bag. So that's neat. So again, this is something that is very kind of universal throughout the art world. It's basically just a bunch of tools. This is a bunch of tools for clay, but it's going to help me with like lip tucking and applying the clay. There's a lot of clay and Bondo and all kinds of stuff like that that goes into a finished mount. So a bunch of different tools with a bunch of different angles, basically so that it will help me kind of trim up and shape all the clay and everything. And he is not impressed with this video. So that's package number one. Pretty good, didn't even break anything. A bunch of paintbrushes, different shapes, different thicknesses, all kinds of different stuff. Again, there's a lot of painting that goes into a final deer mount, bear mount, whatever it is, fish mount, and having a lot of fine tip brushes or big brushes just to do that detail work, adding in the gloss at the end to make it look like their eye ducts are still wet. Paintbrushes, very helpful. So I only have one airbrush right now, so I'll have to go and clean it in between every time I use it. So here is just a simple airbrush cleaning kit. Nothing too fancy. Alright, now it's the one I've been waiting for. This guy, the big one. I've had this for 5 days now, and I've been walking by it in our kitchen every day, and it's been killing me. So we're probably gonna have to take you guys off of the tripod to do this guy. Okay, so it's time for my big purchase from Mackenzie. taxidermy supply. I also have some paints coming from Van Dyke. I like the Jonas paints. That's what my boss always used, and that's what I've been learning with, and I like them a lot. So those aren't here yet, but it's just paint. So this is the important stuff. This is going to be my stands. So there's all kinds of good stuff in here. So let's dig into it. An arrow might help because he likes opening things. My invoice. You guys don't need to know how much money I just spent on this hobby that's going to make me money. Holy crap! Okay, let's start with this guy. It's heavy. Alright, so we got all kinds of stuff in here. First thing is this tool right here. Basically, everybody always thinks for some reason that the taxidermist is being lazy and doesn't want to use the right form for the right hide, and a lot of people complain that the deer don't actually look like they did on the ground, and that might be true a little bit, but you got to remember when you shoot a deer and it's dead on the ground, everything's loose. There's no tension in the body at all. So it's laying on the ground and it's actually making the neck appear bigger than what it really is. And a lot of people, like I said, think that a taxidermist is being lazy. It's actually a lot harder to make a hide fit a form than it is to just flat out order the right form for the hide. So a lot of the times the hide's actually got to be stretched a little bit, and it's a little bit hard to get around it. So this is just a tool that's made to grab onto the hide and help you pull, because there's nothing really to pull on. So it's just kind of a little bit of a stretcher. You got a couple different options here if it's going on, but you don't need to really dig into it too much. There's rubber coated that will grip, and then these little spikies that are going to grip. So that's tool number one. Next thing is this. This is basically what you're going to do. I got two of these, by the way. This is basically what you're going to do all your work on. This part here will get mounted right onto the wall, just like this. And then this end here gets mounted to the back, on the back of all of the forms that you get, which is basically the only real part on a mount is the hide and the antlers. So on the back of the form there's usually wood. This will get mounted onto that wood, and then you can put this in, tighten it, and then you can turn it all around, and so you can paint and putty and get everything all set up right. So I got a wall one, I got a floor one too, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. Basically I got two of them so that I can work on a couple different things at once. In this bag we got a tape measure so that when somebody brings me a head I can measure really important measurements, or corner of the eyes to the nose on pretty much every animal, and then right around the neck. Those are the two most important things, and I kept using my wife's one she uses for sewing and stuff, so I got my own. This tool right here is called a lip tucking tool. It's nice and sturdy and heavy duty. Basically on a form, when you get them, you have to do a bunch of work with a Dremel tool to kind of be able to put the skin somewhere. So there's always going to be extra skin around the eyes, around the lips. This is a lip tucking tool, so you can grab that skin and tuck it up into there to get it, you know, so it looks like a normal deer would look. So lip tucking tool. Probably going to have to order another one of those because it's small and it looks like I could lose it very easily. And then some boring stuff. This is just sewing thread for sewing, stitching, bullet holes, wounds. And then in here, which I'm not going to open right now, is a bunch of needles. I ordered like 3 or 4 of the same ones, some curved ones, some half curved ones. I'm not really sure which ones I'm going to like the best yet, so I got a few different styles of needles. Alright. This is my floor stand, because I don't really have a good workspace right now, so I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to be working, whether it's in my garage or my basement. Yeah. So again, same concept as the one that mounts on the wall. This will mount onto the back of your form, and then this will go into this part. So that you can adjust it for your height. You can adjust it, turn it, spin it, do all kinds of different things with it. Walk all the way around it. That's one thing that I liked about this versus one that mounts onto a table or onto the wall, is you can get at it from every single angle. And then with this one, I actually bought a base for it. You could probably mount it to a piece of wood or something like that if you wanted to as well, but I just went ahead and bought the base because it wasn't really that much more expensive and saved me some time for making something. There. That's really heavy. That's way heavier than I thought it was going to be. But that's just going to sit on the floor. Get these boxes out of the way. And then this will mount right to it. And then I can do taxidermy. So that is it for this taxidermy for now. I don't know if you guys are interested in stuff like this. This is just something I thought I'd share because I'm really into it and I'm really excited about it. I know my wife's excited for me for it too, so really hoping to make some side money. That would be really nice. That's the goal with this. Not only do I enjoy doing it, but you can make some money doing it. So if you guys want to see more of this kind of stuff, if you want to follow along with me learning taxidermy, let us know down below. We can do some videos on it. I probably won't do a video on it for a while just due to the fact that I want to make sure I really focus on learning from Blaine and I'm really paying attention to what he's doing. So it may be a little while before I get a video up for you guys, but if you're interested in it, let us know below and we'll do a video on it. Okay, bye.